Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am creating heaven on earth, people, and the way that I do it is number one is that I help people to realize that what they consider to be their soul is actually the spirit of God. Therefore, God lives inside of you. And all you have to do, people, is take possession of that, man. Like, really own that space that, God lives inside of you. And as you do that, people, then God can create this world through you. You know what I'm saying? By using you as a vessel. I am creating financial freedom for billions of people across this world. I am creating a million millionaires. I am the greatest leader that ever lived. I am God, people. And most important is that I manifest the words I speak. My message for you today, people, is for you to identify and know, like, the real wealth of this world, the true wealth and riches of this world. The fact is, it's definitely not what you think, you know? Like, I don't care what part of the world most people is in, it's that, money is what people tie the wealth to. You know what I'm saying? They tie wealth to how much material possession you can acquire or how much money you have in the bank. And the truth is, people, is that, in the old world, that is true because that's how it was set up, that's how it's designed. However, that world is crumbling as we speak, and the new world is taking form, which we are indeed creating, people, because we are creating energetically heaven on earth. And see, we understand that, you know, energy is the new currency of this world, not money. You know what I'm saying? Energy, people, and frequency, because we understand that energy is everything and everything is energy. So it's like, as we learn how to control energy, people, that becomes our new frequency. You know what I'm saying? But I want to give you some practical things so you can draw the relation here. It's like, I remember at one point in my life, I used to look at people that, uh, multimillionaires, billionaires, just looking at people's lives, and it seemed like they had so much drama. Even though they had all that money, they had all the fanciest car, the fanciest houses, all these things, take all these trips, boats, yachts, all these things, but their lives, if they're being honest, is very empty because the real and true gifts of this world and true wealth of this world is something that money cannot buy. And then you look at, so those people are pretty damn miserable. Some of those people go as far as taking their lives. Facts. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. It's like, and then you have people that had next to nothing, it would seem like, they're working minimum wage jobs and they have a family and they're happy, man. They are genuinely freaking happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would seem on the surface like they don't have everything. They don't have much of nothing, right? Because you're measuring them based on the standard of this world. And, but what I realized when I compare those people, though, is that those people was very happy. They smile and laugh a lot more, and it's like they just seemingly is more happy. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I realized, people, that the true wealth of this world is not what money can buy. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's so critically important for any and everybody. I don't care what your income bracket you're in. If you really and truly want to live a fulfilled life, there's no real living without spirituality, man. I didn't say religion, I said spirituality. That's where you're tapping into your highest version of yourself. You're tapping in and communicating with divine source, man. Because as you go that route, people, to evolve and elevate yourself spiritually, is that you really get to receive the real wealth of this world. Again, the wealth I'm talking about is stuff that money can never buy. I don't care, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, any one of these guys right now that you think has got all the money in the world, man, they cannot buy these things, man. And these things here that I'm about to share with you, I declare them every day, but I share it with you right now again, is that these are the real gifts from God, man. And no amount of money can buy this. You got to earn it, people. And the way you earn it is by really putting in the work on developing yourself and growing from who you are right now as your flesh and body into being the spiritual version of yourself, which is who you really are, you know? So these true wealth that I'm referring to, people, and I talk about it almost every day, number one is peace. It's like you can't put a price on peace, people, because it's like right now, as I'm here, you can hear the water trickling. I see a deer or two. I hear birds occasionally. Well, not really. I don't hear no birds right now. But anyways, man, it's like what I'm trying to get at, people, is that this is what peace feels and look like, man. Is a sense of calm, you know? When you have peace in your life, people, you never have to worry. You don't worry about nothing. Worrying is the opposite of peace. Worrying are signs that you're operating from your flesh. When you operate from the spirit, people, there's a certain level of peace in you, man, where it's like people can see it in your face, they can sense it, and they can hear it in your voice. It's a level of calm that you can't fake. You cannot fake this. You know what I'm saying? And that is priceless, my people. Next one, man, is joy. You know, everybody, whether they admit it or not, they want to genuinely feel happy, because pretending to be happy doesn't make you happy. It ain't no fake it till you make it. You have it within you. You just have to tap into it. You need to be genuinely happy, man, as joy. You can only truly get that by having peace. As you have peace, it's like building blocks, you know what I'm saying? As you have peace, then you find yourself genuinely having joy, because instead of you hustling and busting trying to make things happen, you operate more from a state of flow. You know, it's like your cup is just running over, you know what I'm saying? With genuine happiness and joy that you receive, you know, just by being, you know? Especially tapped into your spirit, though. Let's not forget that part. But my point is that joy, man, is your portion. Happiness is your portion. And that right there, they cannot buy this, people. That's a gift that you receive when you're going your spiritual journey. The next one, people, is love, man. You know? You start to feel a genuine love and compassion for humanity. That's where you genuinely want what's best for people. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't come off that way to people, your intentions is there, and that's what matters in the sight of God. Is the fact that you genuinely have love and compassion for people and want to help people. You know what I'm saying? And because that's your heart, people can sense that about you, man, and they genuinely, in turn, start to love you. You know what I'm saying? Start to defend you against gossips. You know what I mean? And really starting to stand up for you, man, and really, in general, just find ways how to express love towards you. You know what I'm saying? And that's a beautiful space to be, is that, you know, God is love, people. And the more you embody the spirit of God, then you become love. And people can sense that about you. And that makes them and commands them to reciprocate in large portion that to you, you know. So love is amazing, man. And that will make anything work for you. You can find genuine love, somebody that can be a true compassion for you. But first, you have to possess the things you seek, man, and give it. Give love unto people unconditionally, and you will shall receive in return. You know what I'm saying? So love, man, is huge. The next one, people, is God's favor over your life. I always talk about it, but that's where miracles can work on your behalf, man. It really happens on a regular basis, way more than we think. But it's like God's favor on your life will make your life look like a magical freaking like a Disney movie, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like people will watch you go from your trials and tribulations to where they see unexpected blessings that come into your life. They see people come into your life. They see you going to, like, you know, places, making big moves, man, that they don't comprehend, because with God's favor, it's not a logical thing, you know, it's a divine thing. It's a divine gift from God, man, where He make favor your portion, where people, opportunities will come find you. He will put you in big boardrooms, man, that can chant with powerful people that are already changing the world, but they're seeking you for your guidance because of God's favor upon your life, and they know that shall be their portion also, as long as they join and connect with you. Next one, people, is blessings, man. Blessings from God, people, is really, really amazing, man, because God bless our minds so we can think the thoughts that are conducive and productive to us achieving our purpose in this world. God bless our hearts. He also guides our step, people. So blessing is where God is really taking control of you and really guiding your path, man, so that you can manifest the amazing future that you desire and fulfilling on your purpose for God. One of my favorite above all, though, people, is God's protection over your life. That's where, for people that's out here truly doing God's work, just know, man, especially people that's a part of this collective, man, because anyone that's tied to me, this is also your portion, is that if you're really out here doing God's work, man, then just know that you're divinely protected, because I declare it to be so. Is that the people that I include in my orbit, which is people that are part of this collective, that follows my page and follow the instructions that I always cover every day, is that you get to reap in that protection, people. So you'll find yourself, not being attacked as much, because anyone that dare attack people that's part of this collective, is that it returns to sender tenfold. You know what I mean? Karma is a bitch when it comes to this, people, because indeed, don't touch God anointed people, man, because you will not like the consequences. You know what I'm saying? So that extends to people that's in my orbit, which at this point is the collective. So it's like, to me, people, that's priceless. You cannot buy these things. No matter how much money you have, you can never buy these things. So it's like, these to me is the true wealth of this world, man. At least in heaven on earth. And that's the new currency that we're creating, is for people. They must embody these gifts as we create this world. You know what I mean? Heaven on earth indeed. That's my topic today, people. Always remember that, man. Money is a tool. The true wealth of this world is what I just shared with you, people, and those can only come from God, the God that's inside of you. The same God that's in me is the same God that's in you. And as you go on your spiritual journey, then you have eventually, the same power and authority that I have. It's just that you have to go. It's a lot of work, though, people. I'm not going to kid you. You're going to have some crazy times along the way. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of emotional turmoils that you got to deal with as you learn how to regulate your emotions. It's a big mental battle that you have to fight over and over until you learn how to harness the power of your mind and be in control of your mind. But you got to think, people, for all these years you've been on earth, even though you have these things, you was not in control of it. Society was, the system was, their programming was. So you got to understand that you're combating decades for some people of these mental programming and emotional programming, so that, don't beat yourself up when you realize that it's taking you longer than you desire. But just be dedicated, people, and realize when I tell you that it's worth it. I mean, you can see it in my life. I know most of you want this life. Why not? You can have it. I'm just telling you how to do it, people. You just must be willing to do the work, man. You must work on yourself every single freaking day, man. I don't get a day off. Every single day I'm elevating myself. Every single day I'm developing myself. You know what I'm saying? Every day I'm creating new knowledge. I'm creating new ideas, new plans. Well, not even creating, they come to me. I just basically just talk about them or implement them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but you must be willing to do the work, people. There's no shortcut to this. If you really and truly want to become the Spirit of God so God can use you, just realize that you're going to have to make some sacrifices along the way. And what I'm really asking you to sacrifice is stuff that you should be glad to. You have to kill your old self. You have to get rid of you got to purge yourself of all the things of this world, man, and get to the point where you are ego free. You know what I'm saying? Where your ego is dead. You know what I'm saying? When you get to that point where your ego is dead, then there's only one thing left. That's the Spirit of God inside of you, being the guiding force of your life. And at that point, you're no longer operating from your flesh or body, but instead the Spirit of God that's in you, man. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to really take that in and work on that, people, because that's how you're going to attain the amazing life that you truly desire, including fulfilling on God's purpose. Anyways, man, shout out to the collective, man. This is obviously the group of people that's joining me in this movement, man, to really create heaven here on this earth, because as I already stated, the old world is crumbling. And what's taking place is the new world that I'm creating with your help as the collective. We are intentionally making sure that every single day we inject nothing but positivity into this world and space. And the way we do it is by choosing to inspire and motivate people to be the greatest version of themselves every single day. And really just speaking truth, man, and just really being authentic. You know what I mean? Like really expressing ourselves authentically and taking off the mask, man, and just really be who you really are. You know what I'm saying? And as you do that, people, it's like anything else that's not authentic, it crumbles right in front of you. And that's why it's not, we don't have to intentionally dismantle the system. Our truth is dismantling the system, because as we speak our truth, it eradicates all the illusions of this world, and people get to see the world for what it really is. You know what I'm saying? And when you see the world for what it is, it's a lot easier to make the choice. Like, okay, damn it, I need to get busy working on myself and getting connected to the Spirit of God that's in you, man. Anyways, people, the requirements to be a part of this collective. Number one is that you must choose to believe that your soul is the Spirit of God. Therefore, God lives inside of you. You must choose to believe that, people. There's no way around that. Number two is that you have to follow my social media pages and watch my videos every day, because every day as I speak to you, I'm really speaking to your soul. The Spirit of God that's in you is who I'm talking to. And as I speak and relay my messages, what it's doing is raising the Spirit of God in you, man. So eventually, at some point, for everybody it's different, but you're going to get to the point where the Spirit take control of you and become the leading force in your life. And that's the ultimate goal, people, because that's when you receive 100% all the gifts of God, is when you really and truly become the Spirit of God that's in you. Last but not least, people, is continue to speak your truth, man. I need you to speak life, you know, speak about your journey of going from being just your flesh in human form to becoming the Spirit of God, where you become a 50-dimensional being by being your highest version of yourself. And that can only come through self-development. So as you work on yourself every day, people, I want you to share your process. I want you to share what you're learning, man, because as you do that, what you're doing is you're becoming the breakthrough for many others that's also on their journey. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm doing for you, people. It's like you're doing the same thing. And that's a blessing, because that's how it's designed to be. And that's, thank God for technology and tools like this, where we get to spread God's message every day as we go on our journey. Shout out to Jamaica, man, who is the eye of this world. Shout out to Africa, who is the mother of this world. Shout out to the entire Caribbean and the African diaspora worldwide. You know, I say this, man, you know, I think Miss Chin up there in Kingston have a mobile container business already. I understand that, and that's cool. But as we rebuild Jamaica, we're definitely gonna use, you know, we're gonna rebuild with a lot of these manufacturers on, man, because the real Jamaica to me is not the cities, people. Is the rural people, man, who is the majority of Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Jamaica right now got 2 big cities, but there's a lot of small towns. Those towns is the real people, in my opinion, of Jamaica, man, because these are the people that drive the whole country forward. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my main concern is always the people. You know what I'm saying? That's not to say I don't bless the cities. Also, I do. But I'm just saying my focus right now is, my biggest focus is I want people to have housing. I believe should not be a damn privilege. I believe that it should be a right. And I'm not talking about freaking just regular zinc holes on 4 walls. I'm talking about helping people to live in dignity, man. And right now, what I see is a great opportunity here, thanks to the resource and construction ability of China, man, because they have definitely mastered this stuff, man. They got freaking sky bridges, bridge underneath the ocean. I mean, they got all the damn technology on how to create this stuff, so we don't have to invent the wheel, just utilize what we have at very cheap costs. Right now, I saw Miss Chin up there in Kingston. She did have, when I asked them for 900,000 Jamaican dollars. I mean, in US, that's about, and that was like for one bedroom, living room, dining room, but pretty nice size house, you know what I mean? So I was very happy to see that because that means that it's very affordable for people. And I think that, you know, I think one of the ways the government can help people is they can offer financing where people can finance these houses, whether it's 1 year or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And I know Jamaicans, man, we about doing whatever the hell we got to do, man. Most Jamaicans worldwide is known for having 2, 3 jobs, whatever the hell they got to do to get stuff done. So same thing back home. Ain't no difference down there. Jamaicans, man, I ain't going to say hustlers, but we do whatever the hell we got to do to get shit done. So I'm thinking that what the government can do is for people that's working, create affordable plans so these people can buy and finance these houses, which I know they're doing that with the Urban Development Organization. I know they're working on that, where they're going to be providing a house for people that can't afford it like they've been doing, but now on a bigger scale, now that these houses are way cheaper. And but I'm not dependent on that, people. I'm actually talking at this point to the people of Jamaica. I think this provides a huge opportunity. You know, one of the things you hear a lot is people always complain about foreigners coming up buying Jamaica, you know. But the thing I always wonder is like, well, what the hell are you doing? You know, it's like, I believe right now that especially with these module homes that's coming directly from China, you know, we can create businesses. You know what I mean? I think the old way of most Jamaicans in rural area, every time they want to do a business, they go open up a local shop. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can still do that, man. But, man, it's the 21st century. Let's evolve and let's get better here. There's way more profitable way to make money. What I'm thinking is right now is a lot of Jamaicans that's down there that have the resources. It's a no-brainer. Go directly to China yourself. It was a Jamaican lady that was going directly to China. I forgot her name. And buying furniture. I was so happy to see that because it's like that's what everybody else do. Why deal with the middleman? Bypass that shit and go straight to China yourself and go buy the damn furniture and bring it there. That was awesome. She's got that. And that's something, that's a market that's still available, especially now that people are rebuilding their lives. I think for those people that have the resources, it's a no-brainer. Go ahead and set up module home you know, opportunities in China where you can go there massive, let's say, I don't know, buy 100 at a time or whatever the hell you can afford at a time, and basically bring that stuff back home. You can even take orders for it and then go buy it as people decide they're going to finance it with you. And I think the Jamaica government should set up programs, micro loans for people, you know, as long as they got a job. I don't care if they're 20 years old, man, they got a damn job, provide and have stable income. Finance them, man. All the banks, let the bank work for the people of Jamaica, man. Like, basically make sure that these people can get loans to buy these module homes because they don't have the money to go to China. But for the Jamaicans that do, let's go do that. Go down there, set up the contract just like these ladies did for the furniture. Bring those module homes to Jamaica. And what I'm most excited about is that now people can afford to buy a house for $1 million Jamaican dollars. That's like 6,000 US dollars. And for you to have the money, why not finance it to them? Set it up. Listen to me. I would look at it like this. I know people who gladly, in general, if you present it this way, where you're not taking a much risk, and this is a great investment for you, where you do a 50% markup. You know, you buy it for $1 million. Let's just say that's the case. You sell it for 1.5 mil, but you work with people on favorable terms. There's nothing wrong with that. Even if they pay you off over 5 years, people, now that's a new stream of passive income. And the people that's in there is grateful to you because you helped them to get a house where nobody else would, including the government, through financing means or whatever the case is, through banks. So my point is that there's so much opportunity in Jamaica right now, and I am encouraging Jamaicans across the world, man, and the diaspora to move back home and buy up land. Buy up land, people, and build houses, man, because listen to me when I tell you, I know this must come to pass. Jamaica will have a population over 10 million people. What that means to me and the opportunity that lays here is that those lands that are not being utilized, you can get those for real cheap now. Some of those lands that's in areas that's very remote, very underdeveloped, you can buy those lands, man, because even though there's not people there now, within the next 5 to 10 years, you'll see the demand rises and the government have no choice but to continue to expand infrastructure into those areas. And as they do, the value of your land goes up and the value of your investment dramatically increases, especially as you build houses on it and the infrastructure come in place. That's what it looks like, people. As we continue to grow as a country, you're positioning yourself to win, man. And this model can be duplicated across the world, but obviously my main focus right now is rebuilding Jamaica. So I'm going to talk about Jamaica. And there's so many other business ideas that I'll share with time, people, that I see that you can utilize to improve your life right now. And what I see, man, and this is how I create a million millionaires. I share ideas that I know that you can implement and make millions with over time. And as time goes by, is that what I see is that I will join you, give you opportunities to partner with me, and I help you take those business ideas to the next level. You know, the one I'm really excited about is starting to talk about agriculture with as time goes by, which products that we should invest in because there's high demand for it. And that's where I'll come in, like I said, next year, starting to set up trades to help you export those different products. But we'll talk about them when the time comes. But for right now, rebuilding Jamaica-wise, you don't have to depend on the government and their housing. Regular Jamaica, just like we do with everything else, create a business out of this. And let's go, man. Let's go. Let's start creating more high-paying jobs. Let's reduce people wanting to leave, but instead coming back home. And again, I'll be talking about this a lot more moving forward. Always remember this, people. United we stand, divided we fall, man. We will always choose to stand united. All right? Anyways, people, my declaration over your life, number one, is that you are a millionaire. You are married to the person of your dreams. You have amazing health and is in the best shape of your life, man. My prayer for you today, people, is that the Spirit of God will continue to rise up inside of you, man. You know, I pray, people, that you continue to be a student, continue to work on developing yourself every single day, man. Blessings on to you and y'all family, man. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk tomorrow.